So the other day, I saw a friend post about why it's important to have a social media presence, and it was a great post, and I'll link it below. But it was really kind of about how having presence on social media means that like people can like really see you, and I was thinking about that because it's like I do believe that people genuinely want to support you or genuinely want to help, but by not putting yourself out there consistently, just to say like, "Hey, I'm like still here," you essentially rob the ability for people to even be able to make that choice to begin with, because everyone's kind of in their own worlds. Everyone's like got their own things that they're figuring out. They got their own business to run, or they're running someone else's business, whatever that might be. And if you don't put yourself out there consistently to show what your story is, what your personality is like, how you deal with problems, or what your customer success stories, or maybe your failures, because by having internet presence, we essentially allow people who are interested, who see you, a low stakes way of being able to keep in touch or be able to learn your journey. So that when you decide to go out there and be like, hey, I do this, I'm a web developer and I would like more business, or I'm going through this process that's really, taking me up inside. It makes it very easy for them to either reach out or to just say yes or no to you. So you have that information instead of, blasting out of nowhere where people don't really, know what your deal is, and feel uncomfortable because they want to have empathy for you, but they can't because they don't have a connection with you. And so that's what I think is really important with having a social media presence, especially for your business or even for yourself. Like you're essentially keeping within the or keeping within someone's like what I would describe it like someone's orbit. Like you're sticking around so people are at least aware of what's going on, and I think that's important. Like you as a business owner or just you in general do deserve to take up space, and so having a presence is a really good way of doing so. So yeah, I'd really be curious to see what your thoughts are on that. Like, are you someone who's thinking about getting into social media and want to work on it and need like a justification to do so that isn't necessarily for monetary value, or are you doing it right now and are kind of losing track on like why you put yourself out there on social media to begin with? Very curious to see what your journeys are below. So yeah, let me know.